Hello, welcome to Night's Arcade. I'm Sleepless Night. We're playing Hardspace Shipbreaker, and once again, we're going to do the weekly race. Now, I should warn newcomers to this channel. If you're only here for Hardspace Shipbreaker and you're only here for race tips, I mean, sure, you can take them from me, absolutely. But I've never come inside the top 10. I've only once been on the front page, so that's inside the top 20. Last week I was number 14. This week, so far, I've tried it about 4 times, and only it's 27. So, you know, there are better people than me to learn from. If that's what you want to do, you could do a lot worse than to head over and see how Goaf does it. I'll put a link to his channel in the video description, since he's been very supportive in his comments towards me as well. And honestly, I think he's very impressive at the race. This isn't really what I came to Shipbreaker to do, but I've gotten into it because I find the race quite addictive, but I'm by no means, you know, one of the top 10 guys. So, you know, head over there if you want some more tips. Personally, I can't think as fast as Goaf, let alone move as fast as he does, but let's see how I do this time, and let's try not to blow up the ship. So there you go, you can see 4 times I've attempted this so far. I have actually got better each time, this time, slightly, so maybe... But I think this is probably about as high as we can get. So you can see me, I'm currently at number 27. The chap I just said to follow, Goaf, you can see he's currently at number 1 for this week. Last week, I can't remember whether he finished number 1 or number 2. I think number 2 last week. But yeah, he's definitely one of the ones to watch. And Clowns there, those two are almost pretty much always in the top 3. So let's see how I do. It won't be in the top 3. That I can guarantee you. One of the things is that I kind of lose track of time. So I kind of... Look at this. This always goes wrong. I don't know why I can never salvage that antenna. I always make a mess of it. I should just leave it until later. As that's one of the electrical items that we could get. Pull that off. This is very important, because the reason I didn't get any higher the first few attempts is because I was always missing mechanical items. The reason I say that is in this week's race, you have to get 8 mechanical items. So you have to salvage 8 mechanical items, and in this week's race there are only 8 mechanical items on this vessel. So if you miss one, that's a work order objective you have not completed, and consequently a race that you've not won. You know, so you're going to be missing out on those sort of bonuses if you do that. Hopefully I haven't cut through that mechanical item. There are all sorts of different ways to do this. Honestly, I have learned the hard way that it's best not to copy what everybody else is doing. Or you know, let's try the methods that other people are using. You'll see me using some stuff that I've got from like Clowns and Goaf. But a lot of the time, a lot of the things they do don't work for me, and I end up rushing to try and do it their way, when you should just calm down and do it your own way. If you've ever watched any of those guys' videos, you can see from a mile away, I'm not going to come anywhere near them. I'm not going anywhere near as quickly as they do, because when I go too quickly, I make major errors, and that's where it all goes wrong. So I'm not expecting to come very high this time, because, you know, I've also got you guys in here with me, so I'm usually concentrating on that first. There we go. See, I've already missed one of these. One of the difficult things about this week's is that this ship is absolutely packed to the gills with fuel and coolant. So that's going to cause you a bit of an issue if you're not careful. Oh, crap. There you go, see? That's what happens when I try to go too quick. My timing's off. So I end up making a mistake, releasing the releasing the tethers too soon or something. Or cutting before I'm actually at the right spot. So you don't want to do that. So my advice is just, honestly, calm down.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Don't try to come in the top 10. Just chill out. Take your time. And, you know, these things will happen if they're going to. A number of times I've hit that fuel tank there whilst trying to do this. See, can you see how there's just like virtually no order to the way I do any of this? Which is, you know, an issue. That's a major problem. I think you'll agree. Where? Okay, right. So now, this is where we're going to start burning through tethers. Because in order to get all this stuff off and not waste all that time, we're going to have to go through and push all of these away. There we go. Shouldn't have done that one. Oh dear. Yeah, messed that one up for a start. There we go. So, that's what happens. Bear in mind also, if you're using a mouse and keyboard, and if you're comfortable enough with the keyboard controls, that is what I'm not. I can't. It's slow. The keyboard controls slow me way down. Right. Here we go with the mechanical items, right? So pay attention. Don't lose track of any of the mechanical items because there are only enough mechanical items on this ship to make the work order objective. If you miss one, you're not going to make it. So I always then go around here and pull that off. Even though it's a bit awkward to get in there, I just like to make sure I've done it. Okay. See, there are quicker ways to do pretty much everything that I'm doing. For these cargo things, try to pull the bottom one off. And you'll release the others. But you should be fine then. Okay. So then... yeah, so if you're comfortable with the keyboard controls, you should be good. Because everything else is fairly straightforward. Obviously, if you're comfortable enough with the keyboard controls, the mouse is always going to give you a lot better precision than you're getting with the controller. So what I was going to say there is I am using a controller, so that inevitably slows me down a little bit, but I'm not saying, poor me, I've only got a controller. I can do this with the mouse and keyboard. Obviously, I'm doing it on the PC like everybody else, but I choose to use the controller. Now I've lost track of what I'm doing, you see. I'm not concentrating.
Deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
See, doing that one by one is slowing me down for a start. That's not the way to do that.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Okay. Caution. Tether supplies
running low. My tether supplies are running low. You are correct. Let's go get some more. Efficiency, of course, is the key when you're doing the race.
Account credit applied.
And that is what separates the really sort of good race players from the people like me who are just, you know, I'm okay. But the really good ones are a lot more efficient than I am with their movements. So efficiency of movement is, you know, obviously... I mean, when you're speedrunning anything, obviously it is, but...
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
See, like, if I'd let that run a little bit longer, I'd have been alright there, because it would have sucked all this stuff out the back. Well,
Credits transferred.
rather, the cockpit would have moved and everything else would have stayed still, which is the idea of loosening everything in there first. But you don't want to do that last bit, because if you do... Oh, crap. Right, forget that. Forget that, it's gone! It's gone, just forget about it! Let it go!
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Okay. Like, see, I've left a bunch of storage stuff in there as well. Yeah, see, I'm not going to get a good score with this one, because I'm just not being very efficient at all. But, you know, like I said, this isn't going to be like a top 10 time or anything. I'm just here
Credit applied.
to give you some idea of, you know, how you can do these things. And obviously you can improve upon my techniques, or you can watch other people that have much better techniques, like Goph. You know, this is... I am not... My channel is not all about Hardspace Shipbreaker.
Credits deposited.
It's about lots of different games, and mainly about reviews. So this, frankly, if I can get inside the top 100, I consider it a win.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits
Line there.
transferred.
Right, so... It's the point at which I realised... Oh no, I've got 7 of the 8 mechanical items, so we're good.
Count credit applied.
Oh shit. Then you realise, like I just did, that you haven't pulled off the electrical item that's in here. But, and you make a mess of grabbing it. All goes wrong. And there you go.
Salvage deposit
Right.
accepted. Credits transferred.
Wasn't really bothered about salvaging, like separating that from the rest of it, really.
Count
But
credit applied.
there you go. Sweet. Okay.
Salvage secured. Credits
Oh, for God's
deposited.
sake. See, sloppy movements, that's what's slowing me down on this occasion here. Oh, crap. Shouldn't have done that. No, that was a bad idea with those fuel canisters still there.
Object not accepted.
That was a
Please
really...
revisit training.
That was stupid. I just barely got away with that. Okay. So now...
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Tug that in there. Whee! Okay, this is where it can sometimes go a little bit wrong, because you've got to pull that, then pull this switch, so that it will pull that thruster out. And I'm not doing it very well. So there we go. Now it's going to go wrong, watch. Yep, there we go. Pull that over there. Oh, which I'll then cancel, because I need that. I need that. Get the thruster, and that should be the last mechanical item. Look at the mess I've made over here.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay. Right, so the reason I know I'm not doing so well this time is because, firstly, I mean, you can see I've not been doing that well. And secondly, because last time I was actually going in. I was actually going inside at this point. And now I'm not.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Oh, okay.
Work order has been completed.
Okay, the work order's complete. It's not going to be a great time, this one, but there you go. Because I'm going right up to the last minute anyway. Right. Okay. Let's go inside.
Deposit not
See what we got with that. It won't tell me. The problem is it's not going to tell me where I got with that, because if it's lower than 27, which it will be, I'm not going to get it. When's the money stopped going up? Yep, we're done. Okay. So I don't know where I got there. 4,710,833. All work orders complete. 16% mass remaining, so there's more mass remaining outside than last time, and it took me longer to do it. So number 27 is where I got before. Obviously, as you see there, that didn't change. Let's just, I don't know why this screen is a bit glitchy. I'm assuming it's like that for everybody, but here we go. Then it goes back. So there we go. Oh, no, I've already dropped down to 28. So I was 27 a minute ago. I've already dropped down to 28. Now, that's not because I did it worse that time. That's not how this works. It's because somebody else, in the meantime, has come in the top 27. So they've put in a better performance than me. So I've already slipped down to number 28. So there you go. Number 28. That's all we got out of it. But, you know, that's good enough. I'm happy with that. Like I said, I don't have the time to put in, you know, 30, 40, 50 attempts every week at this kind of thing. I just don't. I think for the last week's one, I put in 10 or 11, 12 maybe, a push. But anyway, that's way more time than I should have spent doing that. It cost me in my videos. I had to sacrifice time in other places. So that's, you know, we're not about coming inside the top 10. I don't think I could if I practiced all day and all night. But you might be able to. And, you know, that'll give you a good place where to start and give you a good idea. But just keep an eye on those mechanical items and this one, because they're only, the majority of them are just the door panels and the airlock panels. And if you lose one of those, that's it. You can't get that work order objective. And if you don't get the work order objective, you've got no chance of coming, you know, really high up on the leaderboard. So that's it. We'll leave it at that. Check out, you know, some of the other guys that do this. Check out their channels. They're a lot better at it than me, and they're probably the ones to watch if you want to go a little bit faster. But as for me, I think next week I'm going to be going into another game just temporarily before coming back to Shipbreaker, probably the week after or the week after that. I'm going to continue with my Shipbreaker career videos that I've been doing. If you want to follow through well, the one, my standard license. I have 2 other licenses that I'm working on that, you know, don't that don't have anything to do with the one I'm doing on video. But yeah, if you want to follow through with that, continue watching my videos. You can follow me on Twitter if you like, at Knights_arcade. Quite often talking over there about video games and about, you know, life and other stuff. If you want to see what we're chatting about in there, come along, drop in. Follow me over there on Twitter or on Discord. We have a very, very warm, welcoming Discord community. Discord link is in the video description, along with that Twitter link and a Facebook link and a Patreon account link. What else is in there? There are so many of these things I completely and totally lose track. Twitch, of course. Twitch. My Twitch link is in there. I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So if you want to come over, join my regulars and join us in the chat and watch me live, bring yourself along and check that out. But if you don't want to do any of those things, just leave a like if you like this video, and I wouldn't blame you with the slightest if you didn't. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you want to see more from me, check out my reviews. That's pretty much what I'm known for here on YouTube. And ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I post new content. But until next time, from Knights Arcade, this is Sleepless Night, saying nighty-night.